Becca graduated several weeks ago from the University of Tennessee, magna cum laude.
At Chattanooga.
And she's getting ready to head north to Philadelphia at the end of the week, next Saturday.
I'll go to Chattanooga first, then DC, then Ocean City, then DC, then Philadelphia.
So this is going to be your big road trip, kind of.
Yep. Stuck with old Carter.
And you and Carter is Carter gonna go to the shore with you?
If he checks himself, he might.
He would be dumb not to, wouldn't he?
Complete fool.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. So you're gonna be taking like a orientation class in July?
No.
You're not gonna take that?
Nope.
So what are your main plans for July?
Get a job.
Okay. Like a paying job or a volunteer? Or?
Paying job mainly, but volunteering too if I can.
That'd be good. Sounds nice.
Get a little bit of furniture, maybe a dresser. Maybe join a gym. Make new friends.
Sounds really cool.
Mom, we're on film.
And we can't talk about plants that are dying. Not when we're on film.
Here, smell this.
Lovely.
Gardenia.
Do we have other ones or was that the last one?
They were all dying, the last ones. Maybe a more will bloom, I don't know.
Is that, those yellow ones over there? Is that the last one there?
No, that's marigold.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I watered them last night for the other sound. So tell me some more about your plans, like what you'll be taking like in your first year of grad school.
All these generalist courses, introduction, it's basically like they're based on if someone had never taken a social work class before, so it'll probably be a lot like what I took when I was in the social program. Intro course, a policy course, and my placement, which I don't know where it is yet because I'm not going to have it with a place which I originally thought I might, because they said they picked someone who expressed more interest, which is fine because I really wasn't that interested. That was true. Wasn't into maternity care as much as some other issues, so I said I'd rather be placed with kids.
Very good. Well, you work very well with kids.
Thanks. Yeah, I was actually just looking at the certification to be a teacher in Pennsylvania, because I'm thinking about that too someday maybe. And I could do it 2 years part-time night classes if I wanted to. When I'm done social work and working, if I wanted to, I could do that.
And probably if you took the certifications to be a teacher, you'd qualify for the pay that a master's teacher gets. But I think in Pennsylvania they have like a scale, like if you're a master's you get paid more than a bachelor's.
I don't know.
But
might be a master's in education, I don't know.
Might be. Would you consider being a guidance counselor at school, or no?
I'd have to completely redo my undergraduate, or at least I might have to get it. Like I'd have to get at least another master's to do that. So no.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You have to get you have to take the school counseling track. You can't just do it unless you take that track, and I'm not taking it, so I'm not going to. Plus, I looked at that, and a lot of it is about speech therapy, which I'm not. You have to have speech therapy certification to be a guidance counselor. I don't really care that much about speech therapy.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. But you could be like at a private school if you wanted to. You could be one probably.
Maybe. I'm definitely not going to be a school social worker though, because they're just like truancy officers, and that's really stupid to me.
Yeah, I agree. Well, most of what a professional master's level social worker does isn't at all what people think of when they think of social work a lot of times.
Yep.
You think of somebody, a poorly paid person makes you stand in line and
well,
then
the
pass
poorly
out food
paid
stamps.
part is true.
But you're not going to make people stand in line, so.
I might, I don't know yet.
Wow. So you feel all grown up now because you're getting ready to venture forth into the grown-up world?
No, but I will a couple months from now when I have bills to pay and holes in the roof and all kinds of adult shit that usually someone else takes care of.
Just my advice is always try to keep a full jar of peanut butter in the cupboard, because that can get you through hungry times. I've done it. Peanut butter and a loaf of bread. Made a little bit of jelly, but the peanut butter is more important than the jelly. You look very pretty here though in your cap and gown. It was such a nice celebration, I thought, that we had for your graduation with it. With all, you know, your family and the jazz band, you know, Jack and the jazz guys and all that stuff.
That was pretty cool.
Went by too fast though. It was like I was thinking, oh, it's 3 whole days of celebration, but it went by so fast.
No, it was like 2 days of preparation and 1 day of celebration.
Well, we had to celebrate. We started celebrating at Gladys night in the
I
pits.
wish we'd joined Costco's before that party, because Costco is a good place to get party things.
Really?
Yeah. Big super portions of food and stuff, which I had to talk Mom out of buying today. She was like, let's buy this 50 pack of cinnamon buns, and I'm like, no Mom, we don't really need that. So
But definitely I want to think out our trips to Costco so that we can buy stuff that won't spoil, but that we paid more for in a grocery store. And I want to make sure, I want to price it out first. Like I want to say, okay, we say we buy, you know, big jars of peanut butter, you know, versus small ones and stuff. Sometimes you do and sometimes you don't, so you got to study that a little bit.
well, I gotta go make dinner now, so.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for the interview. And you will be on 60 Minutes this week.